it just me, or is 2020 starting to feel like the year of disappointment? Your March break travel plans canceled. Your summer vacation or your soccer league or your favorite music festival that you go to every year canceled, canceled, canceled. Your favorite restaurant closed, and then sort of open except only outside, and then open for real except now you're not sure you actually want to eat there anymore. Now it's almost Thanksgiving, and so far COVID has lasted way longer than I think many of us expected that it would, especially at the beginning when we weren't sure what this whole thing would look like. And maybe you are finding it extra hard to feel grateful for anything this year. And you're not alone. Gratitude is a lot easier when circumstances in our life are going well. And yet, in spite of that, the benefits of gratitude, I think, become even more apparent when things are tough, like they are right now. You know, Scripture talks a lot about gratitude, not just as something we should do every once in a while, but something that can become a way of life and that has tremendous benefits when we use it that way and allow it to change us in those ways. And what I find really interesting is to kind of watch and pay attention to how neuroscience and other branches of science are kind of like catching up to something that Scripture has been recommending all along. Earlier this year, back in January, I read a book by two sisters, Emily and Amelia Nagoski, called Burnout. And in that book, these two sisters, in one of the chapters, explore like the physiological in your body link between gratitude and mental health. Gratitude and, you know, that being a strategy for overcoming stress in your life. And one of the things I found really interesting and informative about this book was the sort of nuanced approach that they take to gratitude. Maybe you've read some things or watched some documentaries about that link between gratitude and mental health, but they really kind of focus that lens, and they talk about specifically practicing gratitude in terms of who and how. So not counting your blessings generally, although that's a good thing, but who. You know, not I'm grateful for my friends, but I'm grateful for my friend Derek because he helps a lot of people in our church. And then in a similar way, zeroing in on that how piece. So not, well, I'm thankful for the sunshine, although again, that's a good thing, but I'm thankful for eyes that can see and appreciate the sunshine. I'm thankful that I got to go outside and sit in the sunshine or walk in the sunshine for 5 minutes, and that I actually took that opportunity. And even though this book wasn't written from a faith perspective, what I found really interesting when I decided to like experiment with some of these strategies was that practicing gratitude in this specific way, zeroing in on that who and that how, helped me as a person of faith become a lot more aware of the presence and the action of God in my life, in the specific moments and circumstances of sort of my day-to-day experience. As we move through fall and into winter, and our COVID numbers continue to rise at alarming rates. Many people have expressed this sort of impending sense of doom, as though we're sort of all alone in the universe and we're just waiting for this kind of tsunami to break over us. But as people of faith, we believe we're not alone. God is here. And not God in general. God in specific. God who became a real flesh and blood human person in Jesus of Nazareth. God who lived a human life and died a human death in order to save us. Not God at work in the world generally, but God at work in my life and in your life, here and now, today. And that's something to be grateful for, with or without the pumpkin pie.